Hey, welcome to my channel. This is part 4 of my personal ranking of all the Batman movies. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, leave me a comment if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if you think that I'm totally wrong. That's cool. I'll take it. No worries. Alright, so this is my top 3 of, for me, that's the top 3 best Batman movies of all time, in my opinion. So that's it. That's all I have to say. All right, let's continue with number 3. My number 3 is Batman v Superman, especially the Ultimate Edition. I know. This is a controversial take. I get it. But I love this movie more than most. To be honest, this Batfleck is my second or my favorite Batman portrayal actor of all time. I jump back and forth between another actor, and yeah, he's one of my favorite. That costume also is the best Batman costume of all time. It is. It just is. It's straight up from the comic books. We finally got a gray suit, and this guy in this suit looks menacing. Like somebody's in that suit. I think they were saying that he is 6'4", something like that. He's towering over a lot of people. He's a big guy. He is intimidating. You fear him. That's what Batman should be. I love also like how sometimes he is snarky. I didn't put the Justice League, but the way he is in Justice League, he's snarky. In this one, he is also like he's got some attitude. And some people say that Batman shouldn't be funny, I guess. But I think it's fine, and like for me it's a callback. It's a straight up callback to Batman the Animated Series, because he was also really snarky in that one. Some comments he would say when he was taking out people in the Justice League cartoon. Also, the way he was talking to other leaguers. And one of my favorite Batman comic book run was the New 52. I love this run. I think it's great. He was also, again, snarky in that one. Yes, the Martha scene. I think that scene was a case of like screenwriters that didn't want to delete some of their work. They thought that it was good. Maybe on the script it was great, but on the screen wasn't. It wasn't really. And I've seen some people trying to defend the Martha scene. I think it would just work as well if Batman the whole time was just silent, wouldn't say a thing while he was beating up on Superman, and when he's about to kill him, he just says, "You let him kill my mother," and I think it was just as effective as what they thought was like what the saying the name Martha was. Because Superman just says, you're letting kill my mother. And Batman saw his mother die in front of him. So I think it would have been just as effective as him going. In fact, no, it wasn't effective. I would have let Batman stay silent the whole time. Maybe just let him say the words like "man" or "brave," because again, it just shows that like he doesn't see Superman as a man. But by the and then after that, just silence, radio silence. You don't let him say anything, no speech, nothing at all. Just beat on Superman, keep it going, and then when he's about to stab him, Superman says, "You're letting him kill my mother," and that's it. That's all you need. Anyway, sorry. Big side note: the fight scenes are great. He's the most brutal Batman ever, I think. Although the baddest and I guess the thugs when he's like when they get out of the train, when he's beating on the guys on the floor and he's just like keep ground and pound. That was pretty violent. Also, when he injects himself with, people thought that it was the venom serum, but it was just like adrenaline beating on the guy. But Batfleck is the most brutal Batman. I love it. He's my second or favorite Batman of all time. I love this movie more than most. I love how snarky he is. His relationship with Alfred also. Though I just love his portrayal. Him also as Bruce Wayne, acting drunk, saying stuff that when you hear it, you're like, yeah, that guy's a douchebag. I love this stuff. Again, also just subtle things like when Alfred makes a comment like, "There's no, there's not gonna be any more wine for the Wayne's descendants, the children, whatever," and it's like it's not like there's gonna be any children. And just the way that Bruce Wayne brings him coffee and looks at him like eyebrows in the air, just I think it's great. His portrayal is amazing. He's my again second or favorite Batman of all time. So yeah, that's it for number three. So at number two. So at number two, it's Batman Begins. I love this movie. I really love it. I don't care if the microwave thing is illogical because they would just blow up people. Maybe that was in the earliest draft. Maybe they were gonna go that route, but they say, too violent, too violent. Take it down a couple of notches. I love this movie. The beginnings, the training with Ra's al Ghul. It was fun to finally see other villains on the screen. Not, not again. I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but we saw him before. We saw Two Face before. I love Aaron Eckhart's portrayal of Two Face. It's amazing, but sometimes it's just refreshing to see other villains on the screen, not always rehashing or classic ones. Let's say, although Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow are like classic Batman villains, but we never seen them before on the big screen. So I love this movie for that. I love the the bat suit. That's way better, I think, than the other one. It's gonna sound stupid. I also love the cape. I love how the cape is so big, like he can cover himself with it. It's so huge. I love it. It's like it gives him like a monster appearance. Again, the plot of the movie, like the microwave thing, all right, but it's a little bit stupid. But I just love how it is. There's like fantastical elements to this movie, like the with the ninjas from the League of Shadows. I love. I really love it. It's I'm gushing over this movie. I like it better than The Dark Knight for sure. This is my favorite movie, the Nolan trilogy, it's the it's the beginnings. You see a clear difference between Batman and Bruce Wayne, and what helps make that difference? It's Alfred, cause he's guiding him. He says, "Oh, I don't care about my name and all that stuff." Well, it's like it's not only your name; it's your father's name, all that, and also like just don't lose yourself in that thing you created. Again, Bruce Wayne is more of the mask, but the mask is really helpful for him because if he's just like one nuance or nobody ever sees him or that, at one point they're gonna put two and two together. The Tumblr, I'm not really a big fan of the Tumblr battle. I love how everything, all the gadget in there are created for like another purpose, but him takes all that technology and makes it its own, his own. I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. I love this movie. Um, at the end, he killed Ra's al Ghul. I'm sorry, he did. In a court of law, it would have been, well, he killed the guy. So it's not as obvious as in BVS when Zack Snyder make the excuse of he's not shooting at people, he's shooting at trucks. And when the trucks blow up, well, it kills people. Okay, fine. Maybe a little stretch there. Okay, but okay, well, but if you do have a problem with this, it means you kind of have a problem with this one because he kills Ra's al Ghul. He does. It's like no, I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you. Well, it's in a court of law. He will be guilty. He will be guilty. But everything, I I love all the portrayals in this movie. Christian Bale is probably my, well, I'm gonna, yeah, he's my third favorite Batman. Makes the first one obvious, but I don't care. Um, so yeah, Gary Oldman as Gordon. I think it's the, I always kind of like the Gordon character as an ally to Batman, but it's the first time you see him being useful, not just like in his police capacity, but just like really being an ally, trying to help him, and also being kind of a friend. Also, I again, I love this movie. I watch it on repeat. I watched it on repeat several times. It is just great. I think it's better than The Dark Knight Rises. I think it's better than The Dark Knight. And yeah, that's it. So here comes number one. Number one, the classic Batman 1989. This is my favorite Batman movie of all time. I don't know how many times I watched it. It's uh you know like NASA didn't came back with the number yet. Let's just say that. It is it's terrible how many times I watched it. I think that movie is great. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman of all time. It was such a pleasure to see him again in The Flash. Just had one more time with him. I don't care that the Bad Girl movie got canceled. Honestly, I don't, because everything was everything was saying that this movie was terrible. So I'm just glad they canceled it, because you're gonna, if you don't cancel a terrible, like they say, a terrible movie like that, you're tarnishing the Batman character and you're tarnishing the Batgirl character. That's all you're doing by putting out a terrible movie. You're tarnishing two of the biggest IPs in the DC like collection of characters. That's just what you're doing. Maybe they can, of course they're going to recast Batman in The Brave and the Bold. Maybe they can keep the bad girl, the actress. I think it's Leslie Jones. I don't remember her name. Maybe they can keep her. Anyway, let's just go back with this one. Batman 1989. Again, I love the portrayal of Bruce Wayne. He's snarky in this one too. He is. And there's a clear difference between Bruce Wayne and Batman. But Vicky Vale sees a little bit through that. Not only because he's slipping upside down, not just because of that, but like stuff he says, the way he acts. She's a smart woman. Also, I don't like the. Anyways, some people would say, "Oh, again, the woman in distress." I'm sorry. She never called for help. She's not a fighter, but every time she could do something to help herself or help Batman, she would do it. You like, she never screamed for help or anything like that. But she's not a fighter. She's not gonna develop like martial arts skills out of thin air. So I love this. Again, I love this movie. He's snarky. He has a weird, twisted sense of humor. He is also he is crazy. He is for sure. I hear siren sound and it bugs me. Anyway, I don't care. Jack Nicholson's portrayal as the Joker, we saw like it was kind of what the guy 1966 Cesar Romero, is that it, did, the gangster, but well, really like violent, violent gangster. Like he didn't mind like drawing blood. He didn't mind at all. It's mostly his movie. It is a Batman movie, but it's a big part of it. It is joke. It's the Joker. I think it just brings the Batman's character up. It just bring him up like by having such a dangerous foe. I think it's just like it's more of a challenge to the Batman. You see him at the end. He's busted, and not only because of Joker. Of course, he has goons and all that, but still, it's his organization. Kind of campy, also having the Joker's face on their jacket. Don't care. He get he gets beat up. His suits gets damaged. I loved it. It is violent as hell. It is dark. It is weird. It was made by Tim Burton. Again, I love this movie. It's probably the first Batman movie I ever saw when I was maybe 3 or 4. I love this thing. I'm gonna watch it till the day I die. Maybe The Brave and the Bold is going to be better in this one. We'll see. I don't think so. Not personally, not for me. But also, I can be objective, saying it is a better movie. But I still prefer this one. But those are my personal choices. Anyway, it is a great movie. I think everybody should see it. Yeah, some of the things aged a little bit. Also, I'll be honest, from day one, the cow bothered me as it just bothered me like how it's not doesn't fit his face, but it is a great movie. I love it. I'm gonna watch it till the day I die. So that was my number one. So that was my personal ranking of all 12 movies from the Batman franchise. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Let me know where you put BVS. Let me know where you put Batman 1989. Let me know where you put Batman and Robin. Maybe it's your favorite movie of all time. I am not judging. It is what it is. It is also your personal choice. Let me know what is your ranking in the comment section. Again, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Happy Batman Day. It is today, the September 21st. And I'll see you guys next time.